Hi, my loves. Welcome back to your reading. If you've seen the title, then you already have an idea of why you were guided here today. This is going to be a general collective reading. So, as always, use your intuition. Take what resonates for you personally and simply leave behind anything that doesn't. Now, we're going to switch things up a little bit in this session. I felt really called to begin with the tarot first, just to tap straight into the energy and see what's unfolding for you at this time. We'll start by pulling a spread and diving into what Spirit wants to reveal right now, what themes are showing up, what lessons, and what messages are waiting for you. After that, we'll move into the oracles for deeper guidance and clarity. So let's go ahead and see where this wants to take us today. All right, guys, let's take a look at what's really going on here. We've got the Five of Swords, the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Wands coming out together. Now, notice that 88 energy. I was literally just doing personals earlier, and 88 kept showing up, and here it is again in the collective. That's a big repeating sign. Then we've got the Five of Pentacles and Strength, which gives us yet another 8, so 3 8s on the table. That's not random. For a lot of you, this is pointing directly to Leo season energy or the lessons you've been carrying from that period. So let's break this down a little deeper. The Eight of Wands clarified by the Ace of Swords is telling me this is about communication. Clear truth, direct messages, breakthroughs. No surprise here, right? Mercury energy has been all over our spreads lately when we pull from the astrology cards, and I may actually grab those in a bit to see how this lines up with the planetary influence right now. What I'm really seeing is karmic cycles coming full circle. The Eight of Cups feels like someone has walked away from old patterns, or maybe you've turned your back on things that no longer serve you. Pair that with the Five of Swords and Five of Pentacles, and it's clear there was conflict, loss, and lessons learned the hard way. But with all these eights showing up, this isn't just random chaos. It's karmic energy, cycles wrapping up, and alignment pushing things forward. This feels like that moment before something shifts. Like the universe has been orchestrating a clean slate here. And now the truth, the clarity, and the conversation are about to come in. Somebody here is very clearly walking away, leaving something out in the cold. And right in the center of all of this, we've got communication showing up. Five of Swords of Strength, it honestly feels like a situation that just cannot be salvaged. No matter how hard this person tries, there's no real changing what's already done. The only option left here seems to be walking away. Now, I don't know exactly what situation this is just yet. It could be you. It could be someone tied to your energy. But what I do know is it feels heavy. And when I looked at the bottom of the deck for that Ace of Swords, I got Strength and the Three of Swords. That right there is telling me someone's been holding back from speaking their truth. And it's literally breaking their heart to keep quiet. We've also got the Page of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So someone here is desperate to reach out, even if they're unsure how or moving slow about it. This could very well be a person that you've already walked away from, or it could be that they're in a situation themselves where they have no choice but to walk away. Either way, it's coming to that breaking point. So let's go ahead and clarify, because this really feels like it could unfold in two very different directions. And I want to see which way this energy is leaning. Wow. Okay, you guys. I just have to point this out. We've got 2 5s showing up and then 3 8s. That's huge. Whenever we see that kind of pattern, it's signaling major shifts and transitions. So, right away, I'm not even reading this as just maybe you walked away from them once upon a time. The deeper layer here is that someone is about to walk away from something else entirely. That's the real energy coming through. Why is the Five of Swords here? We've got the Moon. And with the Moon, this is all about hidden emotions, confusion, even self-deception. It feels like someone has been short-sighted when it comes to their feelings, almost like fear has been running the show. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of what's buried in their own emotions. Now, with the Eight of Cups, we pulled the Seven of Swords. And listen, this can go one of two ways. For some of you, there's definitely someone in your energy right now who is quietly putting together a strategy, a plan to walk away from something that hasn't been serving them. They're not broadcasting this to anyone. It's very hush-hush, very secretive. And once they make that move, communication follows. But for others of you, this could point back to the fact that you walked away from this person in the past because they weren't being fully honest with you. So again, 2 storylines, take whichever resonates. Why is the Eight of Wands here? We've got the Four of Wands. And then clarifying that, the King of Wands with the Page of Pentacles and Death at the bottom of the deck. So what this tells me is there's someone here, and I really feel this strongly, who has been connected to another situation, but they're no longer aligned with it. Five of Pentacles energy on top of the Four of Wands. That screams, I've outgrown this. I feel left out even in something that's supposed to be stable. They've been lying to themselves, putting on a mask, trying to look happy and content where they are, but deep down, they're not. They want out. And that's why the Death card shows up. This is transformation energy. Whether it's you or this person, someone is ready to close a chapter and begin again. It feels big, and it feels like part of the ongoing story we've been seeing play out in the collective readings these past couple of weeks. Spirit is saying this isn't random. This is a continuation, and it's building toward a major shift. Somebody here is just flat out tired, like it's not working anymore. Page of Pentacles with Death? Yeah, that's giving me total, this chapter's done energy. Then we've got the Five of Pentacles and the Four of Wands. So it's like someone's realizing what they've been holding on to isn't bringing them stability, it's just draining them. Knight of Wands, Knight of Cups. Yeah, this is somebody who's itching for more, ready to feel alive again, ready for passion and connection. Because whatever they're in right now, it's dry, it's dull, it's not feeding them. That's just the energy coming through, guys. Sorry, I can't sugarcoat it. And here's where it gets wild. Another 5 shows up. So now we've got 3 5s plus 2. Actually, no, 3 8s as well. That's not small. That's not coincidence. This is big. Big changes, big cycles ending, doors closing, doors opening. And I know some of you are going to feel this really strong in your own lives. Katie, if you're listening, I've got to say it again. August 5th. Something about that date is loud. It came through in personals too. 5s and 8s keep repeating like a pattern, and that screams major shifts, karmic cycles wrapping, things moving whether someone's ready or not. Honestly, this feels like divorce energy. 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, 7 of Swords, 8 of Cups. Somebody's leaving. Somebody's walking away from a dynamic that has just been too heavy, too disappointing, too empty. But here's the twist. Strength clarified by the Fool. That's powerful. Because what it tells me is this person already knows what they want. They've just been hiding it, hiding themselves, hiding their truth, maybe even playing a role in a situation that never really fit them. The Fool is the leap of faith, the fresh start, the reset button, and Strength says it's not easy, but it's necessary. And the thing is, this person has sat with this for a while. They've tried to suppress it, but 5 of Swords with the Moon, that's tension, that's inner conflict. That's fear keeping them stuck. They've been fighting themselves, convincing themselves to stay. But at this point, it's breaking. The cycle is so repetitive, so monotonous, that it's impossible to ignore now. They're actually starting to see the pattern. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Tell me about this 7 of Swords, Page of Cups, and we've got the 2 of Swords sitting at the bottom. Then we see the King of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Swords. All right, so let me just say it how I see it. For a lot of you, this person is probably still tied up in whatever situation they're in right now. On the surface, they're playing it cool, trying to look civil, but underneath it all, they're wearing a mask. They know exactly what they want. They're standing at a crossroads, quietly planning their next move, and they really don't want people catching on. There's definitely strategy here. This isn't just about leaving. This is about leaving and coming straight towards you. So yeah, there's more happening behind the curtain than you realize. With the Ace of Pentacles and the 4 of Swords, it's like they're pausing, reflecting, preparing for a whole new start. And then look, the World, 3 of Cups. Whoever this is, their current cycle is wrapping up. That connection, whatever it may be, feels like it's on its last legs. Now, I wanted to go back to that 4 of Wands energy because it felt important, so I pulled on it again. And what came out? The 5 of Cups. Yeah, the universe is saying loud and clear, you already know what this is. This is confirmation, continuation of the messages we've been getting in the readings from a couple days ago, and then, bottom of the deck, Ace of Cups and 5 of Wands. This person wants a brand new beginning in love, no doubt about it. They want to walk away from something they've been committed to, and they want that new start with you. But here's the thing, they know it's not going to be easy. The Ace of Cups with the 5 of Wands shows me straight up conflict, tension, drama around this choice. That's another 5 showing up, and we already know 5s bring change and challenge, and look, Three of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles. This person is already weighing it all out, back and forth, figuring out how to actually make this happen. They know it won't be smooth sailing, they know it'll take work, but it feels like they're preparing themselves anyway. Tell me about the Fool, the Six of Swords. Okay, and then clarifying the Six of Swords, we've got the Seven of Cups. So what does that tell me? This person goes back and forth. They know what they want, don't get me wrong, they really do, but there's still this tug of war happening in their head and heart. It feels like they've literally been right at the door, like suitcase packed, hand on the knob, ready to step into that new beginning. And then they freeze. It's that, am I really ready for this? Can I actually do this? Kind of energy. But here's the thing, Justice and the Page of Swords are showing up. So they're not just sitting in confusion anymore. They're actively looking into what separation would mean for them, weighing out what's fair, what's balanced. They're watching, researching, paying attention, and they're realizing the truth of their situation. This is someone who wants change, who wants a new start. They've already decided in their heart where they want to be. It's just their mind that's catching up. So yeah, they may hesitate, they may stall at the door sometimes, but don't doubt it. The desire for this fresh chapter is real. They want this. Okay, my loves, you know what? Let's go ahead and pull from the Oracle. Why not? Let's check in with the situational deck and see what's really going on here. What's this person's energy? What are they feeling? What's happening beneath the surface? Because clearly the message is pressing to come through. All right, so right away we've got elusive and dishonesty. Not shocking, right? We already felt this in the tarot. This person has not been showing you the full truth. They've been hiding a lot, and there's definitely a mask here. Then look at this. We get return. They want to come back. For many of you, either you walked away from this situation, or they had to step back to deal with something else. But the desire to circle back to you is very strong. Now here's the thing. We also have risky. And it is risky, isn't it? They know it. To move forward, they've got to close out something in their life. And that's not exactly simple. If they don't make these endings, if they don't fully release what's weighing them down, the risk grows even bigger. They're torn because it's not that they want what they feel with you to be risky. It's just that the situation surrounding them makes it feel that way. And then, second chance and releasing. See how clear that is? For some of you, yes, you already walked away, you put this person in the past. But the other layer here is that they're quietly working in secret. They're preparing to return to you after they let go of something else. It's like they've already decided what they want, but they can't show it until things are finalized. And of course, justice comes out. Not surprised at all to see that. This is about karmic balance, truth being revealed, contracts ending, decisions finally being made. They are behind the scenes right now, strategizing how to bring closure to one chapter of their life. And the bigger picture, their plan, once they get through that, is to head straight toward you. Why is risky here? Let's dive in. We've got the Empress. This tells me they're actually willing to risk it all for you. That's the heart of it. They've tried to sit in the life they're in now. They've tried to make it work, to convince themselves it's fine, but deep down they're realizing it's leading them nowhere. This connection is a risk, yes, but isn't almost anything truly worthwhile in this life going to demand some kind of sacrifice, some kind of leap of faith? We see the Page of Pentacles with death. You've taught this person a powerful lesson. You've changed them. You've made them see things differently, step outside the box, even think outside the box in ways they probably never dared before. It's like you've woken up something in them that can't be put back to sleep. Now, when we shift over to elusive and healing heart, it's interesting because normally I pick up on something right away, but here it feels quieter, heavier, almost like a deep inner push. It's not even about you as much as it is about them finally being honest with themselves. Because if they don't take this step, if they keep hiding, they know they're living a lie, not just with you, but with the people around them and with their own heart. That's the strongest thing coming through. The deception, the mask, the pretending, it's not working anymore. They have a truth inside of them, and the time has come where they can't just keep burying it, they need to own it. They need to live it. And that truth is pointing straight toward you. Why is return here? It's about finality. Look, this person is waiting until they close out something and then boom, here they come. It feels very clear, very direct, almost like Spirit is cutting through all the noise here. And again, it's general, so take what resonates and lean on your intuition. But the energy is loud. Someone is tying up loose ends, wrapping up a cycle, and the moment that door shuts, they're ready to step toward you. Honestly, it feels like we've been watching this whole saga unfold bit by bit, following along as their story plays out. And for whoever is living this in real time, it's a lot. I definitely feel the heaviness and intensity behind it. Now, why is risky here? That's the interesting part, because the clarifier was paradise, and it ties in perfectly to what I was just channeling. The best things in life often come with risk, with sacrifice, with that leap of faith. This person knows what they want. They see what this connection could be. But to have it, they can't stay safe or stuck anymore. They've got to take the harder road, the one that requires real courage. Why paradise? The Two of Swords. And I swear, every time this card shows up lately, it gives me the same download. It's that locked out of heaven vibe. They know exactly where they want to be, but until they make a choice, they're standing outside the gates, cut off from what could be paradise. You are that paradise for them, the place their soul longs to rest. And that's why this whole thing keeps circling back to risk. To get there, they can't logic their way through it anymore. They actually have to follow their heart, trust their intuition, and make the move. Why is releasing here? And I'm sorry, but yeah, it's exactly that. Locked out of paradise. What did I just say? It's like the phrase keeps playing in my head right now. The mask. Oh yeah, right. They're tired of pretending. This person is just done. Done with dishonesty, done with wearing that mask, done with living a lie they can't keep up anymore. It's almost like they've hit that breaking point of, you know what? Fucks it. That's the energy radiating here. They're ready to chase happiness, to experience something real. Yes, it's risky, but at this point, who even cares anymore? And then we've got justice showing up. Signs everywhere. Goodness gracious, the synchronicities are wild here. And it's funny too, because justice is card 11 in the tarot. And that number always carries that mirrored truth, that sense of balance finally being restored. It's like the universe is literally forcing their hand, prying that mask right off their face. They cannot deny it any longer. This is intense energy, especially for someone who's known the truth deep down, but has still tried to keep up appearances, still tried to play it cool, still put on that front. That act, it's not going to cut it anymore. They won't fully heal until they stop pretending, until they take the risk, until they finally do things the right way. That's the only path forward. And once they do, once they let go of the facade, then a return becomes possible. But first, they've got to release what isn't real. Because at the end of the day, this whole thing, it was a karmic lesson. And now, that lesson has run its course. It's no longer needed. Why is justice here? Tell us more. Okay, 10 of Cups. So, this person does have a wish fulfillment. They know where happiness lies, but in order for them to reach it, there has to be balance. There has to be truth. It can't be one-sided anymore. The Empress is at the bottom of the deck. Wow. And then we've got the Hierophant. The divine is literally stepping in here, showing this person the signs, the synchronicities, everything they need to see. It's almost like Spirit is saying, come clean. Enough hiding. Then we see the Four of Pentacles with Judgment. Yeah, this person is under spiritual judgment right now. If this resonates, it's going to be for those of you who know that your person recognizes this as a deep spiritual connection, yet they've taken no real action to release themselves from a karmic tie. Spirit is calling them out on it. They've been deceptive for too long, and now they're being pushed. Hard. This feels like a last chance energy. Like the divine is saying, you get one more shot at this. And if you don't step up, you're about to be locked out of heaven for good. For some of you, this is truly coming down to the wire. Because you're not about to keep sitting here loyal and dedicated to someone who's splitting their energy, giving to another situation, all while knowing deep down that you're where their heart actually belongs. That's unbalanced, unfair, and Spirit isn't allowing it to slide anymore. The vibe here is really, do it now. Why is finality here? What's this about? Six of Wands, Queen of Wands? Yeah, they want this with you. They want the recognition, the victory, the passion. But here's the deal. They have to take that mask off. They have to close out those cycles, make those endings. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? That's exactly the energy I just got. For a lot of them, stepping into this might mean a financial loss, maybe even shaking the foundation of what they've built. But let's be real, they could be rolling around in gold coins, and it still wouldn't be true paradise. Because that's not it. You are. You are the paradise, the wish fulfillment, the new beginning. That's where their heart is drawn, no matter how much they try to distract themselves. Okay, well, let's not leave it hanging. Let's just see what they're planning in the near future, because I have no doubt Spirit's going to bring this up again in another read soon. So what's next? What do they plan to actually do toward the collective here, if anything? 7 of Cups, 9 of Swords. They're still sitting in confusion, weighing options, but the stress is eating them alive. Strength, 5 of Swords. They know deep down that every delay is sabotaging them. The longer they hold off, the more they're short-sighting this connection. Then we see the Star and the 9 of Pentacles. Destiny is calling. You're not going to wait forever. You are the star, you're the empress, you're someone's paradise. And if they don't move, the divine will make sure someone else steps into that role. They can't just gamble with this kind of connection forever. Tower, 2 of Wands. Yep, for many of you, another soulmate is already in the wings. And honestly, it feels like the divine is almost frustrated with this person at this point. They've had the signs, the synchronicities, the pushes, but they've kept the mask on too long. So if they don't act, Spirit will send in a tower moment that makes them feel the full weight of missing their chance. Because imagine the inner turmoil when they realize you've moved on to something real, something balanced, something destined, while they were still hiding behind illusions. Queen of Swords, 5 of Cups. That's the pain, the regret, the harsh reality. And that's the heart of their lesson, to finally learn how to detach from karmic patterns, from false security, from all that keeps them small, and step into their true purpose. That's the call. That's the judgment. And Spirit won't let them avoid it forever. So collective, I don't know, this is going to play out differently for everyone. But the way this storyline wraps up here, it looks like we've got a Queen of Swords energy showing up alongside that 5 of Cups. So there's definitely some finality, some clarity, but also maybe a little bit of regret or bittersweetness in the air. All right, my loves, I think I'm going to leave this one right here for tonight. I would absolutely love to hear from you in the comments. Let me know if this message resonated with your situation, because you know these energies can hit in unique ways for each of you. And of course, if you enjoyed the reading, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. It really helps support and grow our little community here. Until next time. My loves, take care of yourselves, stay grounded, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.